this is your first time here, I'm the Northwest Fisherman Chris, and today we're going to be cracking open the April Monster Bass Platinum Box. It's a bag again this month, which I'm pretty excited about because I really like these bags, and I'm kind of really happy that they went back to the bags because the bags are always useful while the boxes, they're useful for a time, then they get soggy and you throw them away, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I like the bags. Alright, let's get this thing cracked open and see what we got. Let's see if we got a book in it this month. Yep, we did. So we'll go ahead. Actually, no, we got a card. Scan QR code to learn about your baits. Your vote counts, and you can get a 5% or $5 discount for that. Also got a flyer for Fish Angler exclusive offer. So I guess we're doing cards and no more books, which is fine. It's all good. So let's just start digging in. So first up, we have the Livingston Lures. That's a topwater popper, obviously. This one's nice. It's like a clown color. What's the color on this? Money clown. Poppers. I have such a love-hate relationship with poppers because I'm pretty specific about my poppers. But this one's really nice. So this is what I would consider like a magnum size popper because it is larger than your normal popper, but it's not one of the baby poppers. So let's get a good look at this guy. We got a nice big red mouth, a little bit of red on top, and we've got that hit of chartreuse down the spine. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. It's got kind of a rainbow effect down the side with a lateral line made up of those red dots there. We've got some nice hooks here. They're not EWG style, but that's acceptable, mostly because it does have a really nice feathered tail hook. I'm a very staunch believer of poppers and feathered tail hooks, and once that tail hook is no longer nice and feathery, it's time to replace that hook. And it doesn't matter if you replace it with something like, where did I put those hooks? Oh, this is what I'd be replacing the hook with. Because a lot of times, majority of the time I'd say on my poppers, in my experience, I'm catching them on that back hook. As I'm popping, they're reacting to it and hitting that back hook. So upgrading to like this Mustad Ultra Point here, it's an EWG style treble hook, and being size 4, that's basically the perfect hook for this setup here. That would be my upgrade after this hook is no longer feathery. Get another really close good look at it. It's got a nice looking eye there. That chartreuse just does not want to show up on camera, but I promise you that back has chartreuse on it. But this rainbow effect on the sides is fantastic, and it's got that nice silver belly. Let's give this thing a listen. Nice single knock, because you don't really need a whole lot of sound from your popper, because this mouth is going to do all that work for you. And hopefully this does the right going through the water. That's the most important thing, and this dish right here is what really makes and breaks poppers for me. Some of them just don't give me quite the sound or the effect that I want. I don't want something ridiculous, but I don't want something too subtle. I want something happy and in between. This thing looks fantastic. Let's grab the next bait out of this box here, or bag, I guess, bag. So we got a Monster Bass square banger. This is called Creamsicle. Interesting. Oh, this thing's pretty cool looking, actually. Here, let me get this out, because looking through the box at the camera isn't going to do quite justice for it. So it's got a nice blue back, which I like, and then it's got this gnarly, like, pink. It's not even really a pink. It's almost like a ghost color, because it feels like you can almost see through it. So it's like a silver with a little bit of pink on it. Got a nice bright orange belly, and then you've got the orange going up through the rest of it. This is a pretty solid looking bait. Nice wide body. It'll give it a lot of wobble going through the water. Let's give it a listen. It's a very subtle single knock. That's kind of weird. Kind of expected it to be louder. Oh, it's not even a single knock. That just must be the hardware. Yeah, let's see if I... The weight makes noise. So it's not truly silent, yet it's not gonna through the water either, unless you're absolutely burning it. But this guy's gonna dive 3 to 6 feet. This thing's pretty wild looking. I will definitely throw this a couple times. It's got some really good hardware on it. EWG style treble hooks. Easiest way I can show you guys what I mean by that is you note how these treble hooks, the point of the hook is actually pointing back towards the eye of the hook, unlike on the popper, which has got traditional style hook, where they're just going straight up. Yeah, this screw wheel is pretty cool. I'm kind of slightly let down that weight's not better secured in there, but I don't think realistically it's ever going to matter. And it has that awesome red front hook. Some people swear by them, some people don't think they do anything. I'm kind of in between. I think it does help the fish zero in on it, makes it kind of look like it's bleeding, or that's the theory behind it. But I've had better luck getting him to hook up more towards the front or hitting both hooks with a red front hook. I also run red feathered hooks on my spinners that I make, my inline spinners. Alright, next up is Castaic. Words are difficult today. This is their Atlas spinnerbait. This guy is 3/8 of an ounce, and it is white and chartreuse, and the blades on it are a double willow brass. Yep, that's exactly what they called it. Oh, and it's got the long tethers. So this is a thing that I've kind of recently come to like, is those couple extra long, like, pieces of skirt. I'm not going to say that they help at all, but they make it look bigger. It gives the bait more appeal, makes it look much larger than it is, which is most of the point of the skirt anyway. With this being 3/8 of an ounce, I can definitely fish this thing dirt shallow. Well, not dirt shallow is like a quarter, but 3/8 is that safe zone where you don't really have to think about your trailer creating more resistance. So, because quarter ounce spinner baits have a tendency to try to flip over and stuff, so you have to put a higher resistance trailer on it. This, you can run anything you want. Really nice hardware up here. We got a ball bearing swivel. These blades are great. There's no like deformities or like poor spots in the polish on it. These blades look great. This bait looks great, really. Let's take a look at that hook keeper. Or the bait keeper, I mean. Which there isn't one, oddly. So, I mean, I'm not going to knock it, but I would have also liked to seen any kind of a bait keeper. I preferably like just like the little metal hook, like the little wire one, versus like the molded lead one that's part of the head itself. But this is definitely something I'm going to throw. This will get thrown. Next up, well, there's no hiding it, so we've got, let's just drag everything else out, because we got 2 soft plastics, and we got a hook, and we got a jig. So, here we go. So up next, we're going to have this pacemaker, 5/16 of an ounce. This is Cliff Pace's bait. It is a purple and black. Skipping name. This is pacemaker. Huh. Interesting. It doesn't say which one it is. Pacemaker jig series, blah, blah, Okay, let's just crack it open and look at it. Easiest way to find out about things. It also doesn't have the color listed on there, so that's kind of weird. Pull this jig out. It's a nice black, blue, and purple. That's pretty sweet. It's got a nice, how nice is it? You know, this weed guard, this weed guard here, it's about the perfect consistency. It's not too heavy, but it's not so soft that it's worthless. And most importantly, this is going to be hard to show on camera, is that hook is pretty close to being perfectly aligned with it. It could go that way just a little bit, but I'm also slightly critical of things. This is definitely just a regular kind of stand-up jig. So that is definitely supposed to be paired with our X-Zone adrenaline bugs. These are California 420 colored. So that's going to give us a nice green pumpkin with red flake. It's also got that black pepper flake in there. Split those feelers apart there. Let's flip this thing over. On this, however, we do have a nice bait keeper. Nice molded one right there. Not the most ideal, in my opinion, but better than nothing, especially on a jig. Go ahead and rig this thing up. Alright. Pop it out. Just like that. There we go. Oh, come on, skirt. There we go. That's actually a pretty decent color match up there. Black, blue, purple, green pumpkin with red flake. It's going to give it a lot of buoyancy, so it's going to sit basically just up like this, and everything back here is just going to go crazy in that gentle water current. It's kind of a larger profile bait, which that's going to be perfect. The little guys are probably going to tear up your trailer a little bit and screw around with it. The big boys are going to smash this. Lots of mass here in this trailer, so that's going to be basically perfect for getting bass to suck it up. This was a great setup. This was a good combination that they did here. I do like the X-Zone soft baits. Quite a bit. I don't throw them as much as I probably would, but I'm also not the world's largest jig fisherman. I'll completely admit to that every day of the week. But this is a great combination. I like that. And then beyond that, we have the Christy Critter from Yum. And this is going to be in that green pumpkin. So this is just like fishing 101 here. If I can figure out how to open the packaging. Grab one of these guys out. So it's like a creature lizard. Rip everything apart here. Make sure everything's free. It's got a nice oil to it. No scent, but fortunately for us, we got some Daiichi worm hooks here, which is going to be perfect for this bait. Crack this open here. Oh, they're sharp. Drop that in there. Let's rig this guy up here. So something like this you can very easily fish weightless or with weights. I personally would fish this weighted, but not super duper heavy. Maybe like a quarter. Yeah, a quarter would be pretty good for this. So we're going to pull that through like a true Texas rig. Come back through the back of our body here. Boop, just like that. To expose that hook a little bit. Bam! We got ourselves a critter. Got little flappers back here, and those flappers have extra flappers. You got your little arms that are going to do swimming, and you got those kicker legs. This is pretty sweet. I've actually been kind of looking at these because I wanted to pick these up. I'm glad I got them in the box and I didn't just buy them. Color's actually also completely perfect for this. Green pumpkin, water equals bass. It's kind of like black and blue plus water. equals bass. And that's kind of basically what we got going on over here. Overall, this is a really solid set. It's really good. It's really well thought out. Covers basically all the water column and those forgotten things, which is fishing top water during spawn and pre-spawn and post-spawn. And basically from now till winter, you can fish top water. You're going to have your slow times, you're going to have your drop-offs on that, but really, I just recently also picked up some buzzbaits that I had tied up, and I'm pretty excited about throwing those. But yeah, this month's sack. This is solid. I would have liked to have seen a trailer for our spinnerbait, but that's fine. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could rip the Christie Critter in half and throw it on there. That'd be more than adequate. But no, this is really great. This kind of covers everywhere you want to be. This is a really good box. I'm not even upset with this. I'm not mad about this. This is fantastic. But yeah, that's pretty much that's the show for right now. Nothing super exciting happening over here. Finally starting to warm up in Idaho. Everywhere else in the country, I've been watching the Southern Boys. You guys are doing your Southern Boy things. California's probably pretty close to post-spawn now. Washington and Oregon on the west side been doing really good. They're full-blown spawn right now. We're still pre-spawn. We don't have a lot of plant growth yet popping up in our lakes out here. But yeah, spring is here, full-blown, pretty much everywhere. I can say that almost without a doubt. Spring is here. The ducklings are hatching, the bugs are coming out, the flowers are blooming. We made it, boys. So when you go out this weekend, keep in mind there's boaters out on the lakes, or if you're fishing ponds or whatever, just watch out for the sun, because nobody's wearing jackets or sweatshirts probably really anymore during the main part of the day. Be wary of the sun. Stay safe. Watch out, guys. And just remember, FAFO. Fish around and find out. Take care.